Hey guys, this is going to be the good, the bad, and the ugly. What I think of Captain America's Civil War. The good part I like. I'm going to start with the good part. The good part, it was a very fun movie, very entertaining. I loved Spider Man and the Black Panther the Death. That was the most fun part of the movie. The bad, they didn't explore Sharon Carter as much as I assumed they would, since this is supposed to be the conclusion of the Captain America standalone movies. I thought their relationship would have been more than just a kiss. But all it was is basically he finds out that she's Peggy's niece, and you might want to include a little incest there because he did get with her aunt back when he was young. Well, back when he was young, then he got frozen in time and winds up kissing and having feelings for her niece 70 some, well, almost 70 some years later. But he's still young in the flesh. But Sharon and him share extremely kiss, which basically that's all you see of Sharon Carter. I thought basically they would explore more, as in the comics they do wind up, being together. That's his love interest in some of the comics. Another bad thing is I really don't understand why the Black Panther was not released before Ant-Man. Ant-Man was really a big extra, I say. Ant-Man could have been released later on and took the place of the Black Panther. The Black Panther should have been released after the Age of Ultron. It would have showed, the villain that was on that boat or whatever when Ultron attacked it, and it could have been a good, sequel building up to the Civil War. I believe that should have been the thing, and Ant-Man should have not even showed up till after the Civil War and been released in 2018. Another thing, I really wish they would. I mean, they could have used the Amazing Spider-Man instead of the 15-year-old kid. I mean, I loved the new Spider-Man. He's funny as can be, but I just don't understand a 15-year-old being Spider-Man when the dude's like 19, getting ready to be 20. I mean, hopefully the movie next year will be good, and I heard Michael Keaton's going to be possibly Vulture, which I think that's going to be a good movie. I mean, the reason I don't like the Amazing Spider-Man 2 because it was terrible the way it ended. Which I'm going to get to the ugly. The ugly, I could not stand the way the movie ended. Horrible ending, terrible ending, but thank goodness for the mid-credit scene. If not, this movie would have been a totally terrible movie in my behalf. What I did not like about the movie is that Captain America's with the guy that's the Black Panther, and which this is a spoiler thing, by the way, so I'm gonna go and post spoilers. But he's there, and the Winter Soldier is in the movie. He discovers there's this little code the Russians put into him where he would obey. And, well, he gets his arm cut off, but he decides to go back frozen in time. He gets frozen until they can figure out how to break the code or hide or influence him. Because basically, he does have a good side to him. He's like the Darth Vader, if you really want to see. He's brainwashed, but he's got something built into him, like to make him evil. But he's more of a, you can say, actually a good guy in this. I mean, he's a really good person in this, and he's shooting the bull with Captain America and everything. But the way the movie ended was horrible. I mean, the way the setup, I mean, they break out of prison, and basically, after a bloody fight, and basically, what happens at the end is just Tony Stark and Steve Rogers, they get into it because Tony Stark's blaming the, Bucky Barnes for killing his mom and dad, Howard and Howard Stark and his wife, Iron Man's mom and dad. They blame him for killing them, which he was brainwashed by the Russians to kill them, to rob them of the blue stuff, whatever that stuff was. But he winds up cutting his arm off, and him and Iron Man beat each other to the pulp, but they don't die. They go back to prison, and they break out. You don't see them breaking out. You have no clue how they broke out. And basically, it ends with Captain America in Ugandan territory, and it opens up to the 2018 movie of the Black Panther, which basically, if they would have done a origin story of the Black Panther, this movie would have been a lot better. The Black Panther and Spider-Man had the best action scenes. The Black Panther was phenomenal, and I'm really going to enjoy the solo movie of the Black Panther. Until then, this is a review by Alan Drum. Like, subscribe, and next movie I'm going to wind up probably doing is it's going to be my new series, by the way, the good, bad, and ugly of new release movies I go see. The next one most likely will be the X-Men Apocalypse. Until then, this is Alan Drum signing off. Like, subscribe, peace out. Bye-bye.